I know it's nearly Christmas, the booking's going to be crazy and everything, but I don't care. I just want us to be married.
What? You keep talking about our future and how much he loves me.
He's probably faking it.
We're in love. Madly in love.
Jane's been explaining some things to me.
We're alone.
Thanks to your rudeness.
For Pete's sake, Gerald will drive anyone to drink with his yabbering.
He is a good friend.
You don't need a friend, you need a man. Speaking of which, I want to hear about this TK and how he broke your heart.
Who said that he broke... Gerald.
For once he had something useful to say.
Well, he shouldn't have. It's none of his business.
So what happened? Some floozy steal him away?
No.
He went back to his wife?
No.
Well, then what?
I wasn't good enough for him.
Oh, Brookie, you're more than good enough. You're practically going for a sainthood.
Hardly.
Why do you say these things? Oh, your father's got a lot to answer for. And so have I.
This has got nothing to do with you.
The minute your father left, what did I do? I took up with a replacement just as useless as your father. A couple of good ones I let get away. What sort of an example is that for a teenage girl?
Well, I'm an adult. You're not responsible for my...
Well, why else do you seek out dysfunctional men?
TK is not dysfunctional. He is the most
He's perfect, isn't he? Oh, my poor darling.
Thanks so much for doing this.
Thanks, Sarah.
She twisted your arm. It's just Eileen's an old lady. She can't stand up for herself. In fact, she can barely stand up at all.
Just wanted to confirm our splenectomy is 11th. Second opinion time, is it?
It's not against the law, is it?
Not at all. Well, the situation's not great, but she is stable. There's no obvious deterioration in the last 12 months.
This is a good woman. Someone who's spent her whole life helping people.
I know the system isn't perfect, but we have
She's
to...
been waiting 18 months. It's a miserable life for her, barely mobile and in pain.
What's her T-score?
Negative 1.2. She's got moderate joint space narrowing with some visible osteophytes, but no subluxation or subchondral cyst formation.
I'm sorry, but given the evidence, I have to agree with Isaac.
I see.
I'll do all I can to make sure she's comfortable.
Thank you. And thanks for taking a look.
Just seeing them together made me feel like being sick.
You have to look after yourself from now on, okay?
What's the matter? Has Kieran taken a turn for the worse?
In a manner of speaking.
How?
Apparently he's involved with a staff member of his called Jane.
Oh, her.
You knew?
Well, yeah.
Well, she's practicing her bedside manner on him now. Evil witch.
How's his memory?
Well, he remembered how to hurt me. What more does he need to know?
The council is sending someone round to check the roof.
Roof?
The surgeries. Those leaks we found last week, apparently they had a complaint.
From who? The patients won't know about them?
No, but the people who work there do.
When did Dob us in?
Ruben.
Ruben? Oh, yeah, that'll be right. So what, we have to shut up shop?
Until it's sorted.
You paged? Yeah. Elderly female fell down some steps, fractured the neck of her right femur.
Thanks.
There you are, Mrs. Hatfield. You should be feeling better shortly.
Eileen.
That's right.
Hey there, it's Isaac. I saw you yesterday. Don't try and talk. We'll do some x-rays. We'll get you off to the operating room to fix you up.
Any nausea?
No.
Any change in the memory loss?
No, and will it stay like this, just nearly 6 months wiped out?
Well, some head injuries can affect the mind's playback mechanism, if you like. Sometimes it's only interrupted for a few hours or days, but...
It can be permanent.
Or sometimes it can be, but try not to worry about it because that's not likely to help.
Okay.
How How long will Kieran have to stay in hospital?
Well, physically, I'm happy with your progress. You should be able to be discharged in a few days.
Okay, thanks, Chris.
And when would Kieran be able to fly?
Well, I think we better cross that bridge when we come to it. I would rebook any travel plans that you might have.
Nothing's booked yet, right?
No, but there are some great low fares at the moment, and you really need to get away from it all.
One thing at a time, eh?
Of course, Doctor. Thank you so much.
With the existing osteoporosis and now with the broken neck of femur, we may need to replace the whole joint.
Chris is letting you fly solo, huh?
Have to step up sometime.
Hello, Eileen. It's just me.
Don't worry, she's being well looked after.
Today?
Sorry?
Well, what about yesterday? She wasn't well looked after then, was she?
I know you're upset, but Eileen fell. She had an accident.
Yeah, because she couldn't walk, because she needed a hip operation, which you wouldn't give her.
Yeah, that's enough.
Bumping her up the list would have been unfair.
More unfair than lying at the bottom of your steps in agony.
I can understand that this is upsetting for you, but...
Who do you think you are?
I'm Tanya, and I promise that we are taking the very best care of Mrs. Hatfield.
Don't talk to me like I'm some moron.
I don't mean to. If you wouldn't mind waiting down in the whānau room.
I'll take you.
It's all right. I'm going. I've got to go.
Try not to worry.
Hey, there is the aunt here.
She was out of line.
Yeah, she's under a lot of pressure and I'm not helping any. I'll explain later.
Kia ora, TK.
Kia ora.
Do you know this is my third time here this morning and there's never anyone available?
Oh, really?
Plus, I've just heard there's a huge pile up on the motorway. In 10 minutes, this place will be packed. We'll be lucky to get in at all.
Look at you, back on the desk.
And with a smile for us all.
You okay? Really?
Every time I see that uniform, I flinch.
Of course.
But then a little voice says, get on with it, Bonnie.
All right then, get on with it, Bonnie.
Okay, what have we got?
Oh, that's strange. We had a mum and a little girl there, but they've disappeared.
Time for a coffee then?
My shout.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
My apologies, TK. I assumed you two knew each other. No, my apologies. I'm Annette Freeman, Brooke's mother. We need a wee chat.